Well, the Center for Children has had a lot of success with their pet therapy program.
KUSI's Brandi Williams brings us the story in Kearney Mesa tonight. Brandi?
Oh, it's a tough assignment, let me tell you. I am just having too much fun with Marty and Cammie. They're a part of the pet therapy program, and Cammie's actually been with it since the beginning, since 2009. She's put in the most hours, a lot of hours today even. She's ready to clock out, that's for sure. Katie's joining us. She's a therapist here at the center. First, before we get into the dog talk, tell us about the center.
So I'm working on the residential side for children, so that means I get to work with kids who are living here. So having the dogs has been such a bonus for that because it allows for them to interact with them in a way that I always can't. So kind of build an attachment, to bond with them, to play, to exercise with them, all those different kinds of things that an adult maybe telling you to do doesn't make it super fun, but a dog wanting to do it with you makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah. Now the therapy, the center has been around for 130 years. How many different kids do you guys work with, say, on a year basis?
I don't know that quite offhand, but I would definitely have to say that we have, upwards of 70 kids in here at a time. And the length of time that they're here really just depends on how they're doing. I have noticed that, kids kind of who are able to bond with the dogs and then go home, that seems to really, really, really help.
Absolutely. And what's incredible is these dogs will go into the classroom with these kids, and you would think kids and dogs, what a distraction. They're going to want to play and pet the dogs, but it actually calms down and helps them focus, right?
Yeah, it almost seems to do quite the opposite. For so many of the kids, the second they see the dogs, their energy level goes up, but it also then calms them right down. A lot of studies have shown that endorphins and oxytocin are actually released when you're kind of petting or engaging with an animal, so it really does help the kid kind of get back focused and allows for a lot of these kids who've learned to multitask to be doing that in an appropriate way.
And we want to let everyone know these dogs are certified therapy dogs. They've been through the Good Canine Citizen program. So if folks at home are watching and they have a great lap dog, you can't just bring any dog around these kids. They have to be a part of a special program, right?
Right. It's definitely, there's an extensive training. I know Marty was here for about 6 months, and then he was here before he was certified, so kind of doing an internship. And then he was able to go and finish up his testing. And then Cammie has been here the whole time I've been here, and so she's kind of our resident therapist dog around here, so she kind of runs the show.
And they do clock a lot of hours, that's for sure. So what is a normal day like for a therapy dog?
So they'll typically come when school's still in session, so they'll head over to the school and be in and out of the classrooms. The kids oftentimes request to take breaks with the dogs, which means they get to come out of the classroom and either walk a lap or just hang out and relax with the dogs. And then as the day progresses, they'll be kind of more on our residential side, so they're either on the units or they're going to groups and able to interact with the dogs in that way. And then for individual therapy or family therapy, I have a dog in there with me as well. So she's able to be in there and kind of, my little assistant. So it's been perfect.
And what kind of feedback do you get from the kids when the dogs are around?
They are happier to see me when those dogs are around, that's for sure. I think they're really intrigued, and for them, it's just someone else to talk to in the room, and it definitely takes the edge off of coming into a therapy room.
You guys also have the kids walking the dogs, training the dogs, learning respect for animals, how animals work, how to give them treats, reinforcement, communicate with them, all those things, right? They're much.
Yes, all of that there's a few different programs that are built in with that as well, and the kids are so responsive to the animals and wanting to, show and demonstrate empathy towards the dogs that maybe we're struggling with in other areas, so it's awesome for them to be able to do that.
Absolutely. Well, Katie, thank you so much. Marty, Cammie, you nailed it, guys. Good job. We'll have more in the 10 o'clock broadcast. The Center for Children, it's really a special place here in San Diego, and this is just one of their many incredible programs. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks a lot.